Guys, the Range Rover Evoque, so it was recovered here for flat battery. Well, the AA came to it and started it. I didn't charge the battery up, but I had the vehicle running for a long time when it came in, so put the vehicle in, checked it. It was still starting the next day. Later on that day, however, we went to it and it had no dash lights at all. So yeah, that's good. It's just a bolt there and a bolt there for that. A wee push clip there, have to take that off as well. Same thing there, push clip in there, put that one up there. So 2 bolts, that'll take that bar out and that'll allow the battery to come out. But I have just spotted something on it. So if we look here, right, this is all melted. So I'm not quite sure what's happened, if something went wrong there, or if the AA has put the leads on the wrong, well, whoever did it, I don't know if it was the AA or not, but whatever recovery company came to it, if they put the leads on the wrong way, and that's melted that wire. So I'm going to check and see, because I'll definitely get a melted wire here, which often happens if you put the leads on the wrong way, because I don't have any other faults on this car. So yeah, I'll definitely need to go and check that. So I've taken all that old crap, melted heat shrink off, and we'll put a nice new bit on. So I'll put a nice new bit on, and we'll solder a new length of wire into there. It does look like the wiring is broken, or is it just the sheathing? So I'll have a wee better look at that. I'll strip that back further as well. Let's see what's going on. That certainly to me looks like it's definitely been melting. Right, I'm going to see there, it's adhered now, it's welded to it. Right, so it's welded on there. Oh, it's welded itself to it, look at it. Okay, right, I've melted through the wire on there, so I'm going to need to cut this off. Let's see what's going on there. But that'll need fixed now. I think I'll be Stanley. Right, so I'll need to cut this back now, just to see what on earth has happened. That's just tape. That bit there's just tape. Right, so this bit here is just insulating tape. It's just been put around it. That there is definitely, I mean, look at the wire, it's all burnt black, right? So we see that there, that's all melted in there, all black. So I'll need to get this nut off actually. So so I'll pause here. Oh, that's been getting right hot there, I think, it looks it. Right, look at that, that's all melted as well. So that has definitely been getting hot there. So I'd need to ask the customer the question when he was there, when they put the jump leads on, it was there any smoke coming out of this area? Or was this just coincidence? Oh, so that is 100% all melted. Oh, right. Right, that's all melted there. You can see it. Oh. Oh, aye. It's melted all that plug. I'm going to get a torch to see if there's any signs of dripping down there. Right, so we've done new length of wire, right? Cut that and put a new terminal on it, right? That's clipped back on. We've reheat shrinked that, right? Taking all the old heat shrink off, fixed that, put the battery in. It's all clamped in as well, so just odd to put on it. But we've got an odd blue fault, so we'll need to put the machine on it as well. See, it is a wee bit smoky. It's not been running a few days, mind you, so we've got the possible starting 484 miles. So we'll need to get the machine on it, and again, more AdBlue faults on the Range Rover Evoque. This one's had one before, so we'll need to do a bit further diagnostic. So it's been out for months and months and months. Maybe 6 months ago this is an AdBlue fault. We cleaned all the DPF, cleaned the injector, and it's back now with a different fault. So now I think the fault code was low pressure basically, so it could be one or two things: pumps failed, or the injector's open circuit, or we could have a pipe off or something like that. You just don't know, so we'll need to get a look at it. Not quite as much, but I've definitely put the cardboard under it this time. You can see this, right? This is, I don't know, it seems awfully oily. I would need to put a bit of the new AdBlue on the floor to see why it seems so oily. Might just be the way it is. It's not something I ever do, spill AdBlue on the floor, to be honest with you, but I think we'd need to clean all the crystals off of that. No, maybe steam clean it. Not today. Not today. It won't be today. That's for damn sure it won't be today, man. Not in that weather. I suppose I could take it in the car wash and ask them to do it, but I'd rather do it myself. You know, just low pressure for a little capture. Clean it all, and need to take that guard off. Well, it's absolutely horrendous today, really windy. So I'll just get some of the calves out and get going, I think. But I need to take that guard off it. This guard, that guard, and then have a wee look and see what's going on. That's a wee bit of the other pipe that I chopped off where it was chaffed through. So this one's not got any leaks, but I just can't get rid of the faults on it. Can't get rid of the faults on this one. Same kind of scenario. This one does have a fault code for the pump, but this one we just have the DNOx fault on the dash basically, and NOx exceedance codes. So nightmare, these things. So we got the Evoque, 11 faults on it. Right? So NOx exceeding, permanent. Battery monitoring module, percent relay, box permanent. See that all the time on these. So we'll save these here. So it's cleared all those faults, so it's not to say that the AdBlue ones won't come back, so we need to get into the control module now. Out here, sorry, actually, I better go into hot functions and get into battery management system, battery replacement. Right, I'll do this and then come back. Right, so turn to position 0, press OK, turn to position 2. Press OK. Right, so still got that AdBlue one there, even though it's cleared the faults, so there's obviously something going on. I think the guy says to me, yeah, once you get the battery done, that should take care of that, but I kind of thought to myself it's not going to have any bearing on the AdBlue, because, well, let's face it, we see lots of these with AdBlue faults, all different faults every other time, so hopefully we can get this one fixed. So I'll come back once this is done that, see what else we can do with it. Okay, so next bit, time and test. To leave that there. Well, this test, I tell you, clear the fault codes, blah 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 blah. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Right, we'll let this go again. Clearing fault codes, okie doke. Yes, position 2. Quite a big test. Still got that fault, so position 2 within. No. Okay. That's not what I want. Quality monitor. Try that. See what it does. So a wee Range Rover Evoque, right? This car's been in the workshop because it had a flat battery. It was recovered here, so it's not been out in the wet. It's also got an AdBlue fault, right? That's your AdBlue tank there. And you can see I did see some vapours. I do have a wee pipe here which has been chaffing, so I've put a brake pipe in it and then just to hold it away from the bottle, the body, to see if that was leaking. So we'll pause here. Looks like you can get this wee bit of the heat shield off, so we'll hopefully take that off and hopefully see what's going on. For a reason there I've got that off, man. Why is it not just pouring out of there? This motor's been parked. Ah, it has been maybe just evaporated up, eh? Ah, it's been parked there. So it's because it's a leaking tank or whatever that bit is there. Or is it leaking for that pipe that I isolated? Right, what's happening here? I need to have a better look here and see. So we've got the machine on priming and just seen a wee leak there. I think I'll just take that off that pipe and have a look and see. So I've fitted this new AdBlue pipe, right? It's not easy, guys, right? I've still got the heat shield to put back on, right? It's clipped in up there. I've already put this back on so I can run the car. But it runs back down to your injector, right? I've still got a load of bits to put on, but it runs back down to your injector, up to your fill. Yeah, whole end for the car. That's it there. So, but I kind of get rid of some fault codes on it at the moment. So I'm hoping there's no other dramas on it. But at the moment I can't get rid of the fault code, so we're doing another pressure test on it just to see if that fixes it. So fingers crossed, I can't get it rid of it. So if that doesn't work, then we'll fill it to the brim and see what it does for there. I don't like the way that's against there. We've not touched that bit, but that's touching that, so you can see where it chaffed out. You can actually see the rusty mark up there, so I'll need to get some up there so that doesn't happen again, maybe a wee bit of fabric or something. So it'll be okay for the time being, but well, it's taking all that time to rub through there. So just where the bend is on the pipe, it's touching the body. So we'll see if we can get it away from there. So we'll see what this machine is saying. Honest to God, about the third or fourth motor this lassie's had setting fire. So there's a Discovery Sport, it's been Audi's that's been done. That'll kill somebody, but that'll set one of these for season fire one of the times. So that's honest to God about the third or fourth time that that's happened. And one of the times my wee boy says, "Aye Dad, I could see the flames, you know, through the window." You party animals, so that is some AdBlue pipes from a Range Rover Evoque. Right, there was a bit there. I tried to cut it and join it, but it's heated. So, right, so there's heated wires in there. Right, let me check that. I don't like how that is, so I'll need to fix that. That is how they've put it, but the wires are going on the inside. So there's where it goes up there, clips into the body, runs all the way along. Right, there's a hose on there, which is your big thick one. Runs all the way kind of up in here. Right, clipped onto the body in there, goes back along. One pipe comes back down, right, to your AdBlue injector. Another one, your fill, goes up to the bulkhead. Right, I've already had the AdBlue injector out this car before, right, but that one is pretty choked up again. So, I'm not sure if the hole's blocked up or whatever, but I'll need to clean that out. And then when I start again, hopefully it fixes it. So, fun and games with these Land Rovers. I've already had this one out about 6 months ago and cleaned it, and the same thing's happened again, unfortunately. I'm glad this vehicle was left overnight. That's definitely confirmed a leak. So we were working on this other one which had a leak. As you can see, there is no puddle under that one because there's no leak anymore. So Probably. We'll need to have a wee look, a further look at that pipe anyway, and we'll just need to take that cover off the tank, I think, have a look and see what's going on there. Not good. Right, right, two AdBlue pipes were burst, changed them. Right, so that's your AdBlue pipes there for that one, they've all been changed. Still can't get the lights to get on that. I've ordered more AdBlue, we'll soon see. This one, guys, replaced AdBlue injector, cannot get the impossible start, it's now down to 27 miles, so he's running out of time. So we'll get the machine on, machine's on, it's found it. So this is the report, which we should have a copy of. So this one has a load of the similar fault codes that the other one has, that, well, P2BAE-00 same kind of thing, inducement active, we've got that message as well, inducement active, we've got that code twice, and then this is the one, reductant pump control performance range temporary, so could end up needing a pump, but there's just so much involved, these AdBlue, man, so much involved. So second Range Rover Evoque today, absolute same issue, all kind of similar fault codes. This one you can see there's either been some spillage or there's been a leak, right? This one, but I can see that pipe, right, which I just changed on that one, it's same again, tight against the body, and you can see the rusty mark right on where it is. So I will just stick a wee screwdriver up there and just peek that off just to see if it is leaking or anything. Nightmare if it is. I did spot something else on the car which I'll go and get a wee look at, and I spotted the same thing on the other one, but I didn't see anything wrong with it. It's quite hard to get up there, so it's not to say it isn't burst, right, but I don't see anything coming out, whereas on that one, when I did that, it was flying out of there. But this will be chaffed through in no time at all, like you can see it's been rubbing, it's rubbed to the point where it's rubbed the paint away and it's made it rusty now. So, but what I have just spotted, and I did spot this on that other car, but I didn't see nothing wrong with it, but this one, it looks like possibly we've got chaff wires on the, well, maybe not actually, maybe not. Maybe be enough to protect that. I'll get a better look at it, but so I'll get a wee better look here. Right, that iron looked okay, so I didn't find any of the iron burst. I've moved it enough to see, so I could manage to slide that back and forward enough. This, but if there's a big blob in there, it's as wet. So I speak to the customer because let's see what I do. I think they emptied the tank and filled it, so yeah, I'm not sure if I've got an active leak or this is just all spilled stuff, but definitely some big blob there. It's certainly, you think, you know, if it, that's wet, so you'd think if it was just spilled stuff it would all be like this. See what the guy wants to do with it, I think. Green oval of death, green oval of death, green oval of death. I'm scunnered looking at them. Absolutely scunnered with it. Somebody else can look at them for a change, man. I'm scunnered with them. Right, so while we're waiting for some parts on this, I've been checking some other things. So I've unplugged the sensor, I don't see any rot on it, I've got it on order. I've checked the sample pipes, they're clear. This one seems to be clear as well. And I have, in fact I think what we'll do is we'll disconnect that one that's up there and just make sure that wee bit of rubber, I've not went back up the pipe, but I've went certainly down here, and then I've went into it. You can see the other one's off up there. And I'm having a wee look at the low pressure EGR valve, which is this big boy up here. Well, that's the cooler I think for it. Yeah, that's the cooler, but that is part of the EGR system on it, which goes down to this big pipe here, which does look like there's something been coming at it at some point. So anywho, so we're still ongoing with it. So I am going to try, because this is where this pipe is burst at the minute, to see if I can get the meshes to clear on it. So that's where it chaffs through on the body. Up there you can actually see the rusty mark that it's been rubbing. So guys, I've had this rangeroverevoque running for a good while, man, now, right? And basically I'm looking at trying to find the fault, why it's got this AdBlue. Obviously we had this one come in with a leak, right? So the pipes were leaking on it. We've changed them, but we still can't get rid of the impossible starting 400 and odd miles. This one's then come in, that's down to 28 miles, it'll no starting, no 28 or 24, I can't remember. This one's the same, the pipe's leaking on this one as well. So what's happened is up there, we've chaffed through the body. Well, the pipe's chaffed on the body and it started to leaking. This one, but somebody's been at this one. So the DPF pressure sensor up there, I've taken the cover off. The pipes are drifted, well not off, but somebody's been at it. And the only reason I was having a wee look up there was because that is where that sensor is, eh? So this is quite common, eh? So that's broken off, right? That's what gives you a rattling noise inside the car. But I was just checking that we hadn't chaff through a wire then on that. I don't see anything kind of chaff through the plug. Above that one there was a wee bit of rust on it, and obviously that DPF pressure sensor, somebody's been at that, so we're going to need to ask the question about that and query that. So I mean, we'll take these off and try and see if these are blocked or whatever. That can give you that kind of message. But this one's the same, so temp sensor 3, temp sensor 2, the green one there, and then there's another one on this one. This one it's saying it's got 4, but this one's doing the same thing. So obviously you can see temp sensor 1 here, 194 degrees. Temp sensor 2 about 40. Right, and then temp sensor 3, 154. Temp sensor 4, 138. I would expect that because we're getting further and further away from the engine. Right, so we give her a portion. And Big George's one is doing what I would expect, but yeah, this gas bank exhaust gas temperature EGT bank 1 sensor 2, they seem to do nothing, and it was the same on that other one. So we're going to maybe need to replace that sensor and see. I mean, that might not be the issue. I mean, it's a Land Rover, let's face it, but we definitely am going to need to query that because these other ones are going up, and that one there it just did the exact same thing. So obviously I've got the cover off that one, having a look at it. That one's got a new injector, and I'll need those pipes as well. And hopefully not anything else, but we need to change the pipe. Right, honestly guys, we are on to our third AdBlue fault on a Range Rover Evoque, and it's only Monday. Nah, 2 of them came in last week, but honest to God, they just keep coming for the AdBlue faults, these Evoques at the moment, unfortunately. So we'll let this load up and see what it's saying. Right, I've emailed myself a copy of the report. I'll just check it's there before we go and delete and see what stays and what doesn't. So I've double checked there, I do have a copy. So we'll hope this one, NOx sensor, we'll hope that one disappears because that's very expensive. Right, we'll hope that one disappears. I don't expect these 3 to disappear. That one there has got a leaking pipe, and we still change the pipe, we're still waiting it coming in. So hopefully once we change the pipe and do a drive cycle on it, it's fine. But we had another one which was not fine after replacing the pipes, so it's taken all the codes out, but I suspect it will still have, yes, so we'll rescan just the engine and we'll see what comes back. So I've got a copy of it in there. Crescent relay box, imagine that, every single one. Imaging processing 1, enter that system, trouble codes. Right, that's what I wanted to see. Well, I would have rather they were away, to be honest with you, but at least we know right what's going on. So I'll pause here. Right, so we're going to get into service, powertrain. Let's see. Level check, because the customer says I didn't know this car had AdBlue, so it's maybe just low. So this tells you how to fill it. Turn the ignition to position 2, which it is. So hopefully it's just really low, and there's right, know, just a service and recalibrate everything. That should be okay. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully, man. But honestly, that is the third one in a matter of a week. Not even 7 days. So they're coming thick and fast. That AdBlue faults on the Range Rover Evoques for whatever reason. I'll pause here. It's taking a long time, isn't it? Right, so it's saying the current fluid level is 1.9 litres. Fill the tank with 13.9 litres. And then recalculate. So we'll go and put some in. Right, so we've filled the tank. Position 0. Crap, getting missed. Okie doke. Turn it to position 2. So, right on. Position 2. This will just tell us how much we've got now. I think 16 litres of holds in total. I think I've put in just over 10. So I'll see what happens in a second. Right, I've put more than that in. It says 8.5 litres, but I've put more than that in. Let's recalculate it again, see what it is. I'll just say okay. Yeah. See what it is. Right, still the same, so we'll try a drive cycle on that again. See if we can get that to clear. Honestly, first corner I went to, right, obviously we filled that AdBlue up, it needs a service. I thought we'll go on AdBlue regeneration drive and see if that sorts that. We won't be able to do that now because that's broke. If that comes out of there, we're into plums and the tyre's quite good, so we'll just need to fix that first. So we need a new spring, a new anti-roll bar link. Handbrakes came on, rear pads look good, but your tyres look good. Spring looks good. That tyre not too bad. Pads be good. Springy okay, I think, anyway. That one's still intact. Is this one good? Yeah, still intact. I bet that made a bang today. It could have happened when the customer was inside the house. I bet that made quite a bang. That one's broke as well, I think. Yep, that's broken up there, I think. I think the top coil's broken up. Yeah, I think that's broken. I can't see it, but I can feel it's very sharp. Let's see. There's no chance. It does feel very sharp. I'll check this one because I know this one's broken at the bottom. Just let me see how that one feels. Oh, I can actually see where that one is. That one feels sharp as well. Surely it's not broken in two places, but there's a nice part number on it. And I believe I'm up to Gen 4 before tomorrow, so we'll price these and see if we can get some springs for it. So that's our NOx gas sensor there, which, yep, it's chaffed through the wiring for it. So that one's chaffed, that one's right through it. Hopefully there's no other bits, and hopefully I can fix that because we did get to clear the code on it, so we shall. That's your NOx gas sensor up there. I'll take that away from that. Right. And then I'll need to just put a wee bit of tape over that, but what happens is the water gets into it and the current pulls it up the line. Can pull it in towards the sensor and rot everything out. So it's definitely through. So maybe need to replace that sensor, unfortunately, which is rather expensive. That's the first one, they're still intact. Should DPF pressure sensor up there, AdBlue injector. This one, the pipe hasn't chaffed through, but we can see how close it is to the body. It's like, see if they just put one more clip on that, it would have been fine. So these are the AdBlue pipes for them. I've got another set on order for that one. Right guys, this one here, the Range Rover Evoque. So 2 DTCs, hopefully they're now going to clear. It had no AdBlue in it, so this is one of the
Jimmy O'Reilly specials, the ones that he sees. When they go to the main dealer and they tell him it's 6k to replace the entire AdBlue system, what I found was this had 1 litre in it, so it probably had nothing in it. So I've been topping this up with Autel and recalculating, because I hear if you flood them, you know, if you just pour it in and have it filled up to the neck, it doesn't like it. So I'll just put a bit in at a time. So with 2 cans now, so 2 cans, so I should have bought a 20 litre. I should have bought a 20 litre. Now it's still saying add I think 0.1 litres, so not even a litre, 100ml probably it's wanting off actually. So yeah, this one seems to be all good. We'll just double check. It's all good. So we'll turn now to position 2. What we had was the NOx exceedance in 200 miles. So it was in last year and it had the AdBlue injector cleaned and the DPF cleaned out, and I wasn't expecting to see it again so soon for an AdBlue fault, but it's not had any AdBlue in it, so that's not going to help. So hopefully now start it up actually. Right, it looks good. I'm have that wee squeak off it, I've heard that a few times, not sure what that is. That's great, man, that's great. So we'll go a big run on it and just make sure it is all tickety-boo, man. But I've seen 3 of these in the space of 14 days, something like that, right? We're going to pick up a set of these pipes for this one here. So that blue pipes, right, they're chaffing off the bodies on them now. And just up here you can see where I chopped that one. So it's heated, so you can't really repair them. You could Mickey Mouse the wires and do that. Right, I've got the injector at it, let's see what it does. So it says 6 bar, man, that's quite a bit, so we'll just run it and see what happens. So we know that's doing something, right, and we don't have any more leaks. That's your fabric tape I've put on. So nothing coming out there as of yet. So we'll let it go, we'll let it run and see what happens, but nothing so far. Oh, upside. So I can see the blue lines to here. So it does tell you if it doesn't do it the first time, do it again. Could be airlock too. It does tell you that. Sounded like that was trying to spray something. Turn it to positions here, we'll need to bring a ramp in now. Let's see what it does. Okay. Oh, there we go. And obviously with AdBlue flying out of there, so see nothing happening so far. I'll probably see nothing seems to be happening. I did say 20 seconds and then it doesn't do nothing, hit escape, but I can't, none of the buttons working at the minute, just need to let that finish. Alright, it's spraying now. Right, okie doke. Can't stop it. Okay. Right, I've changed our test rig. Definitely working that. There you go, thanks, let's start. Right, okay, I'll need to put that in. Right, so I will open the dosing module to purge the air if it doesn't achieve this within 20 seconds. We've done that and we've seen that it's running, so we can hit cancel now. Right. This function has been aborted, that's form of DTC clear. Okay. Back to position 2. I've got the battery on charge as well, guys. I've already charged this one before, but it keeps telling me it's low. So we'll let that do its thing, and we'll go and put the injector back in. Right, so we've still got the 2 DTCs, which we need to try and get rid of. So yeah, hopefully, maybe the injector's just been needing blade up, so fingers crossed we put it back together, take it another drive and it fixes it, but I can't guarantee that.
So while the DPF, the AdBlue injector's out, we've filled it up with DPF cleaner, so put about a gallon in there. I actually used a wee pump this time, so I made a wee pump, an old screen wash pump, just pumped it in. So it was getting too messy with all the hose, so still made a wee bit of a mess, but not as much as we were going to. So fingers crossed, man. Aye, I'm blowing bubbles. There we go. See how we go. The bubble machine. This is the second lot of cleaner. We've done a D-block cleaner done for the EGR. Yeah, so Jimmy O'Reilly that I went down this low pressure EGR. So I've still got a bolt to put back in there. So fine where I put that. Right, so like I said, once that all stops steaming off, we'll go and do the other regen run. So the machine's on it now, so hopefully that's all she needs, just a wee run. We'll be back. So, we has good news. We've got the message off, thank God. So, you're struggling now to say, was it the pipes bleeding up? Was it the priming of the injector? Was it the D-block we put down it on the Saturday, down the EGR? Or was it the DPF filling? So I've done so much bits on it. But thankfully, it's out. Right, so you can see there we have no more faults. Right, no more impossible start. Well, we had it was down to 30 miles because we tried to regen it on Saturday. And I thought, right, after this, then we'll need to get the thing, recovered to Land Rover if we can't sort it. I've never had one that I've not been able to sort. The guy took one away the other week there and the light hadn't went out, and he phoned me up. I actually came in a couple of days later and says that light's went out. He says I'm not going to bother taking it to Land Rover anymore, so I'm glad he did. I'm glad he told us that bit of information, because it helped us with this one, to be honest with you. It did, it really did. So aye, thank God for that, eh.